Jason Aldean. They said, can you hang around? And we're like, for who? And they said, Jason Aldean. And we're like, yes. Yes, we can.
Well,
we'll stay here till midnight if Jason Aldean's coming.
Well, thank you.
My goodness, the artist of the decade. You got to wrap your head around that.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. I feel like, in a lot of ways, I feel like I haven't been around long enough to get something like that. But, I look back and, 10 years ago was sort of the start of Big Green Tractor and She's Country and all those things. And that was really kind of the start of the big part of my career. And so, it's been a great run, man. We've had a great run over the last 14 years, I guess it's been. But I came in here today and I looked around and it's like there's Luke in here and KRTY and some of these artists and I'm like, man, they've had a pretty great decade themselves, So to be the one that the people voted on to get this award means a lot to me.
But it makes total sense. Like when we found out it was Jason Aldean, it's like she and I were talking about it on the air. Julie and I were talking about it on the air, and it's like if you start thinking about it, it couldn't be anybody else.
Well, I think sometimes timing is everything. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of time, like in my case, it just so happened that we had a couple albums out, and then that third album of ours that really sort of where things really started to catch fire was like in 2009. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that was the year. So it was like exactly 10 years ago. And that kind of just started it for us. And, I think it just timing kind of fell in my favor on that. Because, there's a lot of other artists, like I said, who've been around the last 10 years. Luke and KRTY and Urban and Chesney. All those guys that, I think anybody could have made a case for those guys as well.
Yeah, but boy, you're something special. You really are. And it's one of those kind of deals. It's like one of those something specials, and I don't mean this disrespectfully at all. It's like you don't realize the guy's fast until the race is over and he's like 4 miles ahead. And that's you.
Well, I appreciate that, man. I really do. And it's just, I feel really fortunate to have had the career that I've had and to be able to have lasted as long as we have this far. And that's what I told somebody today. I said, it almost kind of feels like this is a lifetime achievement award, but I don't feel like my career is anywhere close to being over, so I hope people don't think I'm going to ride off into the sunset after this award by any means.
You got so much more to do, and besides, those kids are expensive. You got paid for them.
You ain't lying, man. I'm working on the next decade starting tomorrow.
You got all kind of things to pay for.
Man,
you ain't even got started. Lord, don't let them play.
3 girls. So
and 3 girls.
That's a lot of weddings.
And don't let them play hockey because that's expensive, y'all.
Yeah. I hope. Well, I only got one boy, and I don't think the
girls play hockey too now.
Really?
Yeah, they do.
Well, I'm from the South, man. I don't even know the rules to all that stuff.
That's okay. The kids will tell you. I don't either. My kids play hockey and soccer, and they're like, Dad, you don't know what we're doing. Shut up. We're doing it.
Hey, I just need Memphis to be about 6'4", 6'5", and be a left-hander, and then we're going to put a pitcher's mound in the front yard, and we'll be good.
So let me ask you this: how do you pick which songs to play on that tribute thing tomorrow? How do you figure which ones?
It was a little tricky, man. Because a lot of stuff, people listening who are musicians out there, they'll probably understand this, but a lot of our songs we play are in really weird tunings. So they're tuned down or not the standard tune on a guitar. So some of the stuff we wanted to play is in like weird tunings, and so we kind of had to match it up with some other songs, so we weren't switching guitars on every song. So we tried to go back and find some things over the years that sort of repped that whole decade, and sort of pieced it together of some things that were kind of big songs for us over the last 10 years. And, I think we tried to come up with something cool, and I think we did, so I hope people enjoy it.
All I'm saying is I know you got a thank you speech you got to work out, but you really need to include these words. Y'all like the way this sounds? Y'all better, now come on. Now that would be your thank you speech right there.
Yeah. Hey, now you give me something to think about.
See, now that's what it's got to be. Y'all like the way this sounds? I'm just saying. Let's go throw in some White Rain and get some Johnny Cash on this place.
I like it.
Well, I'm so happy for you. I'm so excited for you, and it's been watching your journey and where you're going with this. I remember us playing golf at Coyote Creek Golf.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember them calling me up and saying, "Can y'all come get us?" And I'd tell y'all, "Dude, I drive a Volkswagen at the time." So if y'all can get there, I'll take care of the golf. It's a different world now.
Yeah, it is, man. And like I said, man, I've been very fortunate, very blessed to have the career I've had, and I'm fully aware. And just a big thank you to you guys, man, for always supporting us playing the records, and the fans for coming out to the shows and buying the records and listening and allowing us to do this. So it's been a huge part of it.
Love it. See you tomorrow night, man. We
right,
cannot
man.
wait. Our Sunday night. Oh no, we're getting our days all mixed
Tomorrow,
up here.
Sunday, it's
tomorrow.